In the pipeline, as the managing director mentioned, but Kaberuka, as he returned to Tunis, put the team of our OPSM department together to really engage the preparation and appraisal of this important program.
The agreement makes available $500 million to the Bank of Industry and $200 million to Nigeria Export-Import Bank to continue in their work, which has the ultimate aim of placing Nigeria in the League of Developed Nations.
As you are well aware, the Bank of Industry has dedicated more than 85% of all of its resources to that sector. That is the small and medium enterprise. In addition to that, the Bank of Industry has decided to go even further down to the unserved, the bottom of the pyramid, and we're getting ready to kick that off in a few weeks. So the funds couldn't have come at a better time for us. I want to reassure you that what we started as part of a paradigm shift that has ensured that we have been able to create more than a million jobs, that with these funds that you have made available, we'll be looking at creating more than double that. And when we think about the unserved, I'm talking about those who don't even have access at all. We had tried to go through the cooperative model. We've used all kinds of models to meet the needs of the average Nigerian who remained unserved. But even that, we find that we still have the bottom of the pyramid that is also productive.
To us, this line of credit will also assist us to modernize the export-oriented SMEs so that we can enhance their competitiveness as well as try to expand their level of operations.
Let's look at it.
Also in 2013, relationship with states broadened, especially through the matching fund scheme. One of them is that a 4 billion naira memorandum of understanding was signed with the Kano state government. The city of Kano, a necessary element in the business of industrializing Nigeria. Since 2001, about 30 businesses cutting across agro-allied, chemicals, processing industries, and even solid minerals have been touched.
The relationship with Kano State, with the Bank of Industry, has been a very long-time relationship, dating way back to in the days of even NIDB, that is Nigerian Industrial Development Bank. But effectively, from the coming up on board of Bank of Industry, it started around 2001. And it has been, on the basis of advisory and then financial services that we offer to general manufacturing, sector of the Kano economy.
The state government is happy with the actions of BOI, so it's time to make the bond tighter. But first, Suputu makes observations.
Because if you read the history books, all of the trans-Sahara trade, when we talk of Timbuktu, Kano was always there. And we know about also the Kano entrepreneurs. The richest man in Africa is from Kano. And you have a lot to be proud of in your state, but you have, to whom much is given, much is expected. When I used to come to Kano in the 80s, I used to visit some tanneries. I used to go around with pride to see all kinds of things that were done mostly by Nigerians. Here, I don't see too many of them anymore. It's gone. I see a lot of moribund factories as I drove past. I was a bit unhappy. I hear that it was worse before now. I can't imagine that it could happen to a place like Kano. So the governor has challenged everyone. The signing today should be just the beginning. We should see more Dangotes coming out of here, because you have the capacity to do it. And with the governor that's encouraging you to do it,
This encouragement is documented in a memorandum of understanding between the Bank of Industry and Kano State Government and is sealed with a 2 billion naira check, 1 billion naira from the bank and the other from the state. The governor makes it clear that this step is deliberate and based on experience.
So our plan is to make sure that in the next 2 years or so, we're able to make Kano to be the modern city that it deserves. And I'm sure this MOU that we have signed, of course, with their action, because we call you an action lady. I believe in the next 1 month or two, these 2 billion naira will start going into the hands of entrepreneurs in Kano State.
Paperwork done with, the real work is making the 2 billion naira work in the state through the people and for the development of the economy. Members of staff of the Bank of Industry in the Northwest Zone must now swing into action as much more has been given to them. Over 300 SMEs participated in the second SME Live panel. That was for the year 2013. The level of success will be obvious later this year when the third edition will be held in Lagos as usual. One year after the initiative took off, another SME Live banking panel holds in Lagos. Bank executives who normally have heavy work schedule have created time to be here. 12 commercial banks and the Bank of Industry make up this group. There's also the group for which the event is organized. The small and medium enterprises owners, over 300 of them are here. The third group is made up of the sponsors and organizers, led by the former U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Robin Sanders.
I believe in public-private partnerships all around. And I think that businesses like Western Union, entities like the Bank of Industry, really have come together to do something very, very unique. We did our pilot program last year. This is a follow-on, and we hope to keep this going because really SMEs are the growth of the future.
The Bank of Industry also belongs to this group. The opening speech of the Managing Director, Ms. Evelyn Oputu, is directed at the SMEs.
I keep saying that if Nigeria gets it right, all of other African countries will get it right. But it also means that they need to participate along with us to see how we're doing it. So from that perspective, I would say that you here, because you don't have many of our brothers and sisters from other African countries, need to do more. If they were here, they would understand the issues that are involved, that it's not different for any other African country. But you are the reason why we're here. You SMEs are here because you can make a change. As a people, we complain a lot and we're very religious, we pray, we work hard, but we need to know that it belongs to us. Last year, you made presentations to the banks. This year, we're going to go beyond making the presentations. This year, I would like as many of you as possible, if I have my way, I would say more than at least 80% of you should actually go away knowing that your transactions are going to be funded by the banks who are here. So the challenge to the bankers here is not to listen to the presentations that we're going to have. The challenge we're going to have is to tell these SMEs the missing link that they have. Why can you not fund it the way it is? And what do they need to do for them to have access to these funds? I know that you've got a lot of training. This workshop is actually going to take you through the financial process to understand what the bankers are looking for, and why they want it. So it's not just you. When you think about